And welcome everyone. Hello, entrepreneurs. Really glad to be with you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining. No, it's not my usual 2 p.m. Eastern because I have a really special guest with me. And before I turn it over to my guest, I want to just really ask you to pay attention. Like no multitasking, be here, be present in the moment because we're about to drop some big value right here for you. And I want to just tell you how this interview came to be. Every single month, my client family members send me videos and send me little documents and telling me about the results they get with me. So before Terri, as a result of Terri, here's what happened. And then my team and some of you get to choose who is the client of the month, who gets interviewed, gets to share value, gets to do some posts, and gets a lot of other cool things. And in March, my good friend Ken Attard, he won. He is here, and you are going to get huge value. And by the way, he just dropped some value for me right now. So Ken, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, I'm absolutely blessed to be here, and I really appreciate the invite and the opportunity to be on this platform. And today, I really want to drop some interesting information that's come to light for me. It's not that I didn't know this information, and I really truly believe that a lot of people do know this information, but I'm going to put it in a context that I think is going to be really, really interesting. And it's something that I'm calling the triple U syndrome, U being the letter U. And before I get into that, you know, what I do, how I work with people is basically I help frustrated entrepreneurs to adapt and pivot their business. So, using my proprietary ARC method so that they can they can allow themselves to have free time. And it's something amazing how that, so many entrepreneurs, and it can easily happen that you're going. And, when you think about the reason you started your business, and when you started your business, you probably started your business because you had a great idea that you thought you could present to the world, that you wanted to have your own business so that you could create the income that you wanted. And you also ultimately, with that income, wanted freedom. Where so many people are stuck in a job where they really don't have that freedom. They have to work certain hours. Their income is somewhat limited. Whereas with an entrepreneur, one of the things that I love being about an entrepreneur is that the potential is always unlimited. It's always unlimited. Now, what's really amazing, like I said, is we want the freedom. You want the freedom. As an entrepreneur, you want freedom. Yet if you're working a 13, 14, 15, 16-hour day or more, how is that freedom? It becomes really incongruent to what you say you want. And this becomes very stressful. Once we start to be incongruent with our values, what we truly want, then this becomes stressful. Now, I understand that you may have to do long days periodically and very temporary, but when this becomes the norm, when you're looking back and all of a sudden the last 3 years have gone by and you have no clue where they've gone, except what you've accomplished in your business, which could be absolutely amazing what you have accomplished in your business. But now when you start to look at the different areas of your life and all of a sudden your health is suffering, all of a sudden your relationships are suffering, whether those are relationships with people you're intimate with, whether the relationships with your children, with your friends, your social life has completely diminished. You have no time for anything. I find it amazing how I can, potentially phone up someone and say, listen, hey, you have time? Let's get together. Let's schedule maybe get together for a coffee. And they're like, man, I have no time. I can't do this. I just don't have the time. So the myth that I want to shatter, what the message that I really want to shatter to entrepreneurs is that your life does not have to be a continuous struggle, does not have to be continuous suffering. It can be, the entrepreneurial life can be exciting, can be fun, can be very fulfilling. And at the same time, and I know you have this belief as well, Terri, you can live your life. It was one of the reasons I wanted to work with you, because finally someone was saying, you know, you can actually live your life and still have an entrepreneurial life. Now, the question remains this is how? And I think a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs start to get stuck in the how. And today this is what I really want to disclose today is this, and I'll get right to it, because, you know, time just goes by so quickly. We hear a lot about mindset. I'm all about mindset and adapting and pivoting and shifting your mindset so that you can actually have this entrepreneurial life where you can have your time freedom. And we hear more than ever, we hear about it more. Information is available to each and every one of us, more than I think we can get in a lifetime. There's information available to us. And for some reason, which is really interesting, is when you start to delve into personal development, and I've been delving now for probably a good 15, 16 years, and I've come to the conclusion that mindset, the way we think, and most people know this now, not most people know this, I would say a bigger chunk of people know this, and a lot of people who are potentially listening here understand that the mindset is a key element to your success. And when I say a key element, I've come to the conclusion that I think, and I'm pretty sure that you've said this many a time, if your inner game isn't there, forget it. The success is not going to happen. Whatever success you are going to have is probably going to be temporary, very short-lived, or not really something that is not, you might reach a goal, but then you're like, okay, I reached the goal. So what's next? Big deal. There's not that fulfillment. And I've come to the conclusion that it's absolutely vital. The mindset is absolutely vital. Now, like I said, a lot of people know this. We know this. Yet what I've discovered and what I've noticed with so many people is somehow, yeah, I know about it. I know about mindset, but somehow we take it and you put it on the back burner. It's like, yeah, I know how important it is. And this is what I'm calling the triple U syndrome. Mindset is underrated. It's underestimated. And as a result, it's underutilized. Those are the three U's: underrated, underestimated, and underutilized. Now, I truly understand. I think I understand why this can happen. And it takes us right back to your beliefs. As you know, as a lot of people know, your beliefs are directly related to the results, the experiences that you're having in your business, in your life. If for some reason you're looking at mindset and saying, yeah, this is really interesting, I think this could be really powerful. And I'm telling you, it is the most powerful tool you have. Yet at the same time you take it and put it on the back burner, this means that your belief in it really and truly still is not strong enough. It's still not ingrained to the point that you make the, let's say, the effort every single day to say, how can I improve my mindset today? So to give you a classic example, you know, people start to understand about mindset and they say, okay, you know what, maybe I need to start to find, and I'm a true believer in this, in finding some quiet time throughout the day. You can call it meditation, you can call it quiet time, you know, your personal time, whatever you'd like to call it. We can call it quiet time for the sake of, even when you're just starting, you know, if I tell you this, you need to start meditation, some people may think it's this huge, enormous, difficult thing. You literally, the first thing you got to do is find a cave. You don't need to find a cave if you want to meditate. I could be standing here having this discussion and I could be in the midst of a meditation, because you find yourself in a zone, you find yourself really focused in the present moment. And when you can start to just do this slowly but surely, it just has amazing results. Now, what a lot of people do, and you may find yourselves doing this, people listening here, is that you say, yeah, okay, this is cool. Let me start to dabble in this. And you literally dabble. You spend a day, you might spend a week. You might spend a week. And then all of a sudden, as many people might say, life gets in the way. I love that. I was like, life gets in the way. Like, life is happening. Like, whether you like it or not, life is happening. It doesn't, you can either let it get in the way, and that's only because, and again, takes us back to our beliefs. That's because a lot of people, have this complex equivalency where A equals B. So life equals suffering. Life equals sacrifice. Life equals, struggle. So that's why they'll say life gets in the way, because that's how they're looking at it. Hey, I'd love to have life get in the way when it's throwing abundance at me. Throw it. Like, I'm good with that. Absolutely. But I have to change my belief. You have to change your beliefs to do this. So, consistency plays a really, really important part. And when I say consistency, it's not a matter of like I said, 1 day, 2 days, a week of doing things for your mindset. And there are many things people can do. You can even just start to be aware of the words you're speaking. The words you are speaking are having an effect on the way you are thinking. Now, the way you are thinking is having an effect on the emotions that you're creating. And then those emotions affect the actions that you're taking and the behaviors that you're having. And then those behaviors and actions are having an effect on the results and the experiences that you're having in your life. So this is really what I really want to convey today is because mindset is still underrated. If I came to you today and I actually said to you that once you can align with, call it whatever you'd like to call it God, call it the divine, call it Gaia, call it source, whatever works for you. I have no problem with any of those. If I actually told you and I said, listen, without a wavering doubt, if someone came to you today and said, listen, what I want you to do is start to have quiet time every single day. And I want you to make this a part of your life every single day. And I want you to start learning about how to do this better every single day. And if you do this, I can guarantee you that your life will be an amazing life, will be a fulfilled life, will be an abundant life, will be in a healthy life. Would you do it? And most people would say, yeah, absolutely.
Answer
then what's
that
stopping?
Everyone. Let me just tell them.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I mean, be honest with yourselves, and kind of helping us, all of us, to be honest in the chat. Would you do it?
Yeah, absolutely. Would you do it? Would you say, yeah, I am going to be committed. I am going to be disciplined. I'm going to be consistent so that I can start to shift the areas of my life, the areas of your life that you want to be more successful in. You may have areas in your life that are working absolutely brilliantly. You don't need to change those. If those are working, those are working. Most of us have some areas that we still need to work on every so often. We're continuously learning. I'm continuously learning for myself every single day. And I get reminded, and there are reminders. The amazing thing for me is this, what I'd like to share as well is I've been starting to dabbling a bit in writing. I've never considered myself a phenomenal writer or anything like that. And I'm just enjoying the writing process. But sometimes, I'm going, what am I going to write about? I'm not sure what I'm going to write about. And I just don't force it. And I could just be meditating and a word pops into my head and I go, oh, that would be interesting. Or I might recognize something or an idea pops into my head. Now, when an idea pops into your head, it doesn't just pop into your head. A lot of times those ideas are inspired. Those are ideas you want to take action on. And that is the action that I'm all about, is inspired action, so that you are actually aligned when you're taking that action, so that you actually get the results much quicker. And, I love, and recently, like, I was with this writing thing, this Sunday, I wasn't sure I wanted to write something I was meant to write on Sunday. And I don't know, things turned around a tiny bit, and I just wasn't inspired I didn't have the topic I wanted to write about. And I decided to, I decided to watch a movie. Things turned around a tiny bit, and I just wasn't. I'm getting feedback.
Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from. Give it 1 second. Sometimes
yeah, no problem.
Okay, it stopped.
Okay.
Sorry. Facebook does.
It's okay. Yeah. Facebook, yeah, they live on their own. They have their own brain. And I decided to watch a movie, and I love watching, and I'm very selective of what type of movie I'd like to watch. I like to watch inspirational movies as much as possible. I wanted to choose one. It wasn't available for some reason. Choose a second one, wasn't available either. Third one, finally, The Blind Side. I had watched this many years ago, but decided to watch it again. And again, what it did, it just gave me so much inspiration. There were things about kindness. There were things about appreciation. There were things about the people we surround ourselves around. And just not forcing things to happen, just allowing things to unfold. When you align yourself and you take that quiet time and allow things to unfold the way you want them to unfold, it's just inspirational, and it makes things so much easier. So then I could just sit down at the computer this morning, spend half an hour, and write something up. It wasn't forced, wasn't anything like this. And this is what starts to happen in your life when you start to take this quiet time, when you really truly want your mindset to be an important part of your life. Now, I call it the triple U syndrome. It's okay if you have this syndrome. It's okay. The majority of people do. It's not something you can't get rid of. And to combat that, there's something I like to call the triple S movement. I'm calling it the triple S movement. And this is where you make a decision and you sign up. You sign up to make a difference and to start to work on your mindset. As you sign up and you make that decision, you sink in. You sink in to something that is absolutely greater than you, that grows your fingernails, that beats your heart, and which used to grow the hair on my head. But it just grows it here now. And you sink in. And as you sign up, sink in, just watch and see yourself shine. So you sign up, sink in, and see yourself shine. And how do you do that? It's a decision. So many people say, you might be saying to yourself, oh, I can't make the decision. It takes long for me to make a decision. A decision does not take long. A decision is a split second. It's deciding to make the decision that some people hold out on. And it's only because they're comfortable in where they are right now. And when I say they're comfortable, it's not that they're completely, entirely happy with their life, and you may be, and that's absolutely wonderful. But they're just used to something. They're just used to, I call it mediocrity. They're just used to settling. Yeah. Recently I wrote an article as well about coping. Coping there are times when coping is necessary temporarily, but a lot of people shift to coping as their norm, which only means they're settling and potentially settling for mediocrity, because there's so much more out there for you. Like I said, as an entrepreneur, and this is one of the things that I love to wake up to in the morning, is the fact that I have unlimited potential in front of me today. I have unlimited potential to make a difference in other people's lives. I have unlimited potential to make a difference for my life. I have an unlimited potential to earn an income that I truly believe I deserve. I have unlimited potential to recognize new opportunities. Just because a circumstance may, let's say, let me use this, to whack me in the face all of a sudden, I have the capability of saying, wait a second, this is just a circumstance. It's outside of me. It's not inside of me. Inside of me, and again, this is the part of signing up, sinking in, and seeing yourself shine. Inside of me is the essence of love. Inside every single one of you here, your essence is love. And that, when I say your essence is love, is that inside of you, that is already synced up. It's already synced up. You just need to tap into it that little bit more each and every day. And as you start to sync up and that essence of love is there and starts to come out, this is when you start to see yourself shine.
Ooh. Ooh.
And yeah, just like you, I get goosebumps as well. Absolutely.
I just totally got goosebumps on that. Ooh, wow.
Because when you recognize this, and this is the beautiful part, when you recognize this, you start to recognize that you're more than just your business. Yeah, I'm here to help entrepreneurs and help them to move forward, but you're more than just your business. You're your business. That's not who you are. Who you are, like I said, your essence is love. You have so many other things in your life to enjoy. You have nature to enjoy. You have your own time to enjoy. You have your time with your family to enjoy. You have time with your friends to enjoy. You have your alone time. You have your health to take care of. You so that you can, and again, not that the body is anything that hugely important, but when you take care of your body and you feel healthy, you're going to feel more vibrant. You're going to be more in sync with who you truly are. So today, the message that I really want to strongly get across is that you may be, and you may have the triple U syndrome. And right now you are underrating, underestimating, and undervaluing your mindset. Yet you can still turn that around and start to sign up, sink in, and see yourself shine.
Take a moment. I've got to look at some comments. I haven't looked at all of them, and people are definitely getting value and resonating. You know, Ken, having trained about 5,800 coaches when I owned a coach training school, lots of them practice mindset. And so I've worked with a lot of them, and I know some of the big thought leaders in mindset. You, my friend, are someone that really stands out for me in terms of mindset because you put it together in simplified processes in a methodology. I mean, even as you went through the U's and the S's, it's like, oh, I totally get this. No one's ever put it in that kind of language. So just tell people what you do, how you work. And if anyone here wants some mindset work, let me just speak to that for a second. You know, I find it fascinating that many people go to the gym every day, right? They work out and they take care of their body. And yet the majority of people in my experience do not work on this every single day. And this is a muscle. Your brain, your mindset is a muscle. And unless you work that out every day, nothing changes. I started personal development at the age of 13. When in 15, I really got into it. Nobody understood what I was doing. People all thought I was crazy. I was reading self-help books, right? And all this stuff. And the one thing that was my big takeaway between 13 and 15 was I couldn't just sporadically go, oh yeah, I'm going to make this a priority. When I was 15, I dedicated myself really now for the rest of my life to making mindset a priority, not just working out my body, working this out every single day. So if you look around at your life, your business, your relationships, your health, anything that has come from this consciously or unconsciously, no one did it to you. No one did it for you. And, you know, one of the things that you said that just, I almost laughed out loud, life gets in the way. I love when people say that life. You're so lucky to have it. How could it possibly be away? Go freaking live it and enjoy it. So that's a great point. So anyone here who's either ready to really get on with this, or anyone that is noticing, I don't even resonate with this. This doesn't feel right to me. I'm going to tell you, you got some subconscious stuff going on here. And Ken's the guy. So Ken, tell people how you work, how they get to work with you. And we've got a few minutes to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So if someone would like to, basically, I have a no obligation masterclass that people can go to, and
Very
they can go
valuable.
to.
Very. I think Regina
Thank you.
already said how it's super valuable. Sorry to interrupt.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. They can just go to adaptandpivotnow.com. So that's adaptandpivotnow.com, where they can, it's no obligation. They can go there. When they get value and they see that they have value, they have the option to set up a call with me, which is not a sales pitch. We're just going to have a chat. It's really important to understand that, because so many people out there just selling. And what I'm doing right now is I'm working with groups. I'm doing group consulting. I have a new group that's absolutely starting on the 3rd of May. And so that some people listening here are right on time if that's something that interests them. Another option that they have, if they'd like to get in touch with me directly, they could send an email to coachmenowken@gmail.com as well. And we'll have a chat. And if we see that it's a fit, where you're a fit for what I'm offering and I'm a fit for what you want, then absolutely it would be a pleasure to have someone join the group, without a doubt.
Great. Let me make a couple of comments because I know quite a bit about Ken. This is one of the best master classes I personally watched. I took copious notes. I learned a lot. It's delivered in a fantastic way. And a lot of my client family members have also watched it, and the feedback has been great. So this is another learning and training. If you've got a snippet of Ken today, it's very interesting. He has a good thought. This will absolutely blow you away. So he'll put the link in there and definitely go watch it. And the second thing is, I can guarantee you that you can get on the phone with Ken and have a wonderful conversation and build a relationship. And he is not there to pitch you. That is not what anyone here at Entrepreneur does. We don't have conversations that are sales pitches in disguise. And he is authentic. You can tell that. He is genuine. He is absolutely here to help and to make a difference, which already you can all let him know. He's done that today. He's made a huge difference. I was really looking forward to this because I'm like, what is this that you're talking about?
Yeah, I did not want to tell you.
I love that you kept it a secret. And I want everyone here to shine. So I want to just say one last thing. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. I'm going to say it again. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Now, while those are just words, they're not just words, because the difference between people who really have what they want in their life and make it more delicious, in my experience, as they step in and they see an opportunity and they don't turn their head away. They walk into opportunity. So opportunity is here. Ken is here. His masterclass is phenomenal. I really want you to work this muscle and to start doing it now.
And just to remind you, and that I really appreciate all of that as well, but just you might want to remind people who are listening here that later on today, you have another live interview with more value.
Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, you have a double today, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for the reminder, Ken. I really hope you'll come back and join me with Dr. Polly. Dr. Polly won the Entrepreneur of the Year contest every February 14th. We take all the nominations we've gotten and the committee decides who is the Entrepreneur of the Year. This is the first time it's ever been a client family member of mine. So of course I'm more than thrilled. And she had more nominations than anyone has ever gotten. And we had more nominees than we ever had. She is also going to deliver value. So thanks for the reminder, Ken. Come back.
My pleasure, absolutely.
Join us live at 5:30 p.m. And Dr. Polly will be an amazing interview for you. Thank you, Ken, my friend, for all the value that you brought. And thanks to those of you who have joined us.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Bye now.